Hello, you guys. It's me, Paco, and you guys are watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, so how are you doing? Today we're going to be going over my June TBR. I can't believe it's already June. We're already at the halfway point of the year. Like, what? I, don't know how we're already here. Today, so for June, I am planning on doing mostly queer books. I do have some book club read-alongs that I'm part of that aren't queer based, so those will be also read, but most of my TBR this month are all queer. So starting it off, we're going to go with the books I don't have, so that they'll be bam, 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 put up somewhere on the screen. But the first one I have to mention is Wicked and Wild Things. I have it right here, so if you see me looking, I'm looking at my place where I have it set up. The first book is A Wild and Wicked Thing by Francesca May. Ba-bam! My Vanna White impersonation. So, this book is, I heard, a Great Gatsby kind of vibe. It's got witches, it's gay, and I'm really excited to get into it. That is going to be one of the first books I read this month. Well, I don't know about first, but that's just the first book I'm mentioning. But yeah, I don't know much about it, but all I know is, it's supposed to have some kind of Great Gatsby twist. It's gay and witches. And the next book I plan to read is a graphic novel. Graphic novel comic bind-up. It is Aquaman Becoming. Bam, look at that cover. And that is by, I do not know. Brandon Thomas. And the penciler is Diego Ortega, and the inker is Wade Von Garborter. But this is basically the story of Jackson Hyde, I believe is the character's name. Yeah, Jackson Hyde. He is Aqualad if you watched Young Justice, but he is now Aquaman in this comic, and it is very much him getting his used to things of being Aquaman. He's a queer character, so I'm excited to read this. This is gonna be my comic read for the month. So next, we're gonna get to the books I have. Yay! So the first book I have to show off is my Enchanted Forest book club pick for June. It is not a queer book, but it is The Bones of Ruin by Sarah Ringley. This is a book about a immortal African type rope walker, and she is basically trying to figure out how she's immortal while being in London, and she gets found by this group, and they are having a contest. It is all about with other people with mysterious powers, and she joins hoping to find answers. Heard it's really good. I'm excited to get into it. The next book I have is Jay's Gay Agenda by Jason June. This is about a boy named, I believe, Jay, of course. He has moved to a new town where he is no longer the only gay kid. Well, not kid, but gay teen, late teen. And it's all about him discovering his sexuality, getting to actually, be open, be out. And I believe it's, yeah. That's all I know about it. I'm excited to read it. I've heard good things. The next book is one of my anticipated book releases this year, and it is The Lesbians' Guide to Catholic School by Sonia Reyes. This is about a Mexican teen girl. Yamita Flores prefers to be known for her killer eyeliner, not for being the only Mexican kid at her new, mostly white, very rich Catholic school, but at least here no one knows she's gay, and Yami intends to keep it that way. After being outed by her crush and ex-best friend before transferring to Sultan Catholic, Yami has priorities: keep her brother out of trouble, make her mom proud, and most importantly, don't fall in love. Granted, she's never been great at any of those things, so that's the problem for future Yami. It looks really interesting, really beautiful cover. It's pink, naked. I'm really excited for this. Next, we have The Bone Spindle, which is by Leslie Vedder. This is supposed to be Sleeping Beauty meets Indiana Jones and queer. Really excited to read this. The sleep of death broken with a single kiss. It is described as some curses are meant to be broken. Are not meant to be broken. Fell is a bookish treasure hunter with a knack for mines, and Riddle, who definitely doesn't believe in true love. Shay is a tough as dirt warrior who likes to crack skulls, pretty girls and doing what comes her way, and Briar Rose is a prince under a sleeping curse who's been waiting for hundreds of years for the kiss that will wake him. I'm really excited to get into this. Next is going to be Café Con Leche. This is by Emery Lee. This is about two guys. One works at his parents', I want to say it's... so he works at an Asian American restaurant, and the other one works at his Puerto Rican bakery, and they're kind of rival businesses. And a new restaurant opens up that is like putting them out of business, and so they decide to work together to try to save their shops. Really excited to read this. The next book I am reading this month is going to be A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shutterwolf. This is, all I know, it's like fae, very queer group of teens, or like trying to save the world or something. But it's like, it says, choose your player. The Ironborn half-fae outcast of her royal family, a tempestuous fury exiled to Earth for the to the human world. The immortal realm, and half in revenge, a dutiful fae prince determined to earn his place on his throne, and the prince's brooding guardian bartered with a terrible secret. For centuries, the 8 courts of folk have lived among us, concealed by magic and bound by laws that is to harm no human. This arrangement has long kept peace in the courts until a series of gruesome and ritualistic murders rocks the city of Toronto and threatens to expose fairies to the human world. 4 queer teens, each holding a key piece of the truth behind these murders, must form a tenuous alliance in their effort to track down the mysterious killer behind these crimes. If they fail, they will risk the destruction of the fairy and human worlds alike. If that's not bad enough, there's a war between the mortal and immortal realms, and one of these teens is destined to tip the scales. The only question is which way. Wish them luck. They're going to need it. But it sounds really good. I know the second book just came out, so I'm excited to read this so that I can read the sequel. Okay, we got 2 more books. This is the last really queer book I have that I plan to read this month, and that is And They Lived by Steven Salvador. This is about 2 guys that are going into college. One is he is a romantic who's never been in love, but he still believes is a hopeless romantic, and he's a budding animator. And then the other is a basically not out. I don't think he's out yet, or he knows that he's queer, and he's very pragmatic, and it's like them falling in love in college. Really interesting to read this. The last book I have to read today for you today is my reread of the Court of Thorns and Roses series that I'm doing for Princess's kind of group read-along stuff, and I'm tabbing up the books. I'm currently reading A Court of Mist and Fury. This is my naked naked version without it, but I'm like tabbing it up finally on this reread, so I will be getting to A Court of Mist and Fury next month. Excited, because this is my favorite book in the series. Of course, I haven't tabbed up this version yet. But yeah, I plan to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books, plus the 2 I showed, so 10 books altogether. Hopefully my goal is to, by the end of June, have 60 books read, so that I will be halfway with my goal. But, yes, that is my plans for June. What do you guys plan to read? What are you guys doing for Pride Month? Are you going to any events or doing anything special? This month, this month, June, you guys will be getting a vlog from me each Wednesday, because it is the anniversary of me starting a booktube in 2020. I started my booktube, and then last year I have been now consistently posting a video every Friday basically for a whole year, because I started doing that again in June. So we're back, we're celebrating. There will be a live date to be determined, but all of June you guys will be getting vlogs every week. So those vlogs will be out Wednesday. Regularly scheduled videos will be out Friday. So you guys will get to see me double time the weeks. And if you count my sprints on Mondays, you guys get 3 times a Paco, 3 times a week in June. So I will see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't, if you would, please. And leave a comment, 'cause I really like talking to you guys. But yeah.